spider
parable,
and
sort
the bee.
of parable. Well, as far as I recall it, it's Francis Bacon's parable when he's trying to ask what is the, sorry, yes, Francis Bacon, some bound about the year 1600, and he's trying to inquire what is the essence of science. And in traditional style, he takes his cue from the social instincts. And he asks, what does the ant do? Well, the ant goes around, bits up a little material there, picks up a bit here, here and there, and everywhere, and gets it, brings it all together, masses a big pile, the ant heap. That's not science, he says. That's just like pure empiricism, gathering information, and making a big heap out of it. That's not real science. What about the spider? Well, the spider, on the contrary, on the other hand, by contrast, it spins out of its own essential, its own inner self, without hardly any reference to the outside world. The whole long, endless yarn, and makes this wonderful spider out of it, this wonderful web of it. He said that's more like the philosopher. Out of words spun out of his own inside, he makes this big web of argument, with practically no reference to the outside world. That's not science either, that's maybe more like philosophy. What about the bee? He said, the bee, that's different. The bee goes round from flower to flower, lands on, sucks out the nectar from each flower in turn, and then ingests this nectar into itself, digests it, and then out of its own body produces something entirely new, its own inimitable honey. That's more like science. The scientist gathers the facts from here and there, absorbs them, digests them in its own intellect, brings them all into some view, some scientific view, and produces on its own intellect science. It's the honey, that's the metaphor for science. The bee's honey, not the spider's web or the ant's anteater. That's Francis Bacon's parable. I think it's Francis Bacon. Right?
Right.
Very good.